Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Reynolds, and this is the Nerdic Gods podcast episode. Jesus, what are we at here? 278.
We are at 278.
Yeah, we got there. I haven't been wrong in a while. We're on a little streak here, Daniel.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to jinx you.
Very close, though. Next week, well, I remember, who knows? You'll have to tune in and find out. Welcome to the show, Daniel.
Yeah, it's a busy week.
Yes. What do I normally say here? Joining me as always, Daniel Never Really. That's it. I couldn't think of it. It's early. I know it's like 2 p.m., but it's early.
It is a little early for you, I think. You like to sleep in.
I damn sure do. Daniel, how you doing? Welcome to not E3 week.
Yeah, not E3 week.
Feels like E3 week. A lot going on.
Does it?
Yeah, I mean...
It's supposed to, but
I guess we just need a Nintendo Direct. But Nintendo is launching a console, so it's not like they're not involved, you know?
Yeah, I feel like, maybe it's me. I don't know. I feel like all these...
E3, I guess, had the thing where, like, I would just leave it on, you know, all day.
Yeah.
You know, especially, like, back in, like, G4 days, where, like, it was just on 24/7, just because they were just constantly doing a game coverage type thing. So I guess we don't necessarily have that. Although I think IGN does something similar to that.
They do like a summer game thing. Summer of gaming. I don't, maybe it's just me in this year in particular. It's like I just don't really feel like it's this season is like exciting. I don't know. I know
Really?
the most exciting thing is like the console launch, but I mean we'll talk about the state of play in a little bit, but I'm not very excited to like watch the stuff. I don't know. I don't know why.
Not
I know that like
it.
Xboxes will probably be pretty good. Yeah, I'm not super like gung ho about the the showcase. Was it tomorrow? Keely's thing?
Yeah,
Friday?
Yeah.
I'm not like super pumped for it. I don't know.
Me neither, but like, I don't know. I guess I think we glorify E3 more than like, I think we remember the really good E3s. You know, there were certainly a lot of really bad E3s as well, where like it didn't bring the excitement, you know?
Yeah, I think that last E3, which was the digital one, wasn't like super crazy.
2019, right?
No, it was like, no, we did it on the show. It was like,
oh, did we really? Oh yeah, and like Square had
like,
one and all that.
Yeah, it was like 2020. I don't think there was anything, and then 2021 was E3. Yeah, Square did one, and like Ubisoft had a thing there.
I certainly just remember E3s going by though, and being like, well, nothing really all that exciting happened, you know, in certain years. But then there were other years where it was just like, that was incredible, you know?
Yeah, I guess it's like a lot of people saved big announcements for E3, so like you'd still get something at an E3. Now it's like people don't really save for stuff because you kind of get things almost every quarter by every publisher. So
sure,
it's not always the same.
It's just nice to have everyone talking in one week, sort of.
Yeah, I think for me, it's not even the lack of hype for like a summer game fest thing. I think it's just a malaise for me this year in general.
Okay.
I think it's more about me than it is necessarily like
it's me, Keely. It's not excited.
You. Yeah, Keely, it's me.
He's watching this, shedding a tear, like, what the fuck? I want a daddy to like it. All right, Daniel. Well, we did have a state of play this week. It has been another busy week in the world of video games.
It's going to be. We'll have a lot to talk about next week.
Yeah, surprise state of play. I think we thought it would be a direct last week, or I did at least, but nope. Was PlayStation. PlayStation decided to go. Still think we might get a direct next week. Possible.
I mean, Nintendo usually does one around this time,
right? Yeah.
So.
Do they sometimes go late June? Am I remembering that correctly?
Maybe. I'd have to go look at the dates.
Yeah.
It is right around this time though that they do one.
Okay.
It's usually like February, right? And then
I think they should have gone this week. Just to hype up the console launch, you know?
Yeah.
Get everyone talking about Nintendo shit, and then like with the date, because they
That's a
certainly
good
have
point.
to go. They have so many games that don't have a date that are scheduled for this year. Where it's just like, I guess they could tweet all those out, but that's a little boring. I don't think they would.
Maybe they wait until like July or something.
Yeah, yeah, you could. I mean, they could really go anywhere. Would they wait all the way? I know they do one in September. Would they wait all the way till then? I don't think they can, right?
I think they could. I definitely think they could. Like they want, if especially if they want to keep like a certain level of like um buzz around like the Switch 2. Like if they want to keep it like month by month, buzz by buzz, and like I think they could wait.
And that
I don't
won't
think
kind
they
of give
have
us
to.
like the beginning of next year there or
Yeah,
whatever, first half of
exactly.
next year. Yeah.
Like the next, like when I guess if it, we'll just say it's September, they give it like the next 6 months of the Switch 2,
Right.
and then it leads into like maybe February or something, and then it's like February is another direct.
Okay.
I think they could. I think they could
We'll
wait.
do that. Yeah. So maybe we don't. Guess
Yeah,
we'll have to wait and
they
see.
definitely will
They're
have
not
something
at Summer
before.
Game Fest, so
Hmm.
uh, nothing there from Nintendo.
You will see another thing before Black Friday in like the fall, the big
Oh
fall
yeah,
stuff.
have to before that. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I'm with you though. I'd like to see them have something to say here, but
Yeah, I just
they
thought
already
they
have
would
a
have gone
console
this week
launch.
for the console. You know,
Yeah,
just
but the console launch is big enough. It's like the biggest thing happening, really.
no, yeah, for sure. Does it feel like a console launch to you? Maybe it's just because
It's
I'm
because we're
not
in a
getting
different
one,
era.
but
We're in a
like
different era. Yeah, me too. And
I
I just
feel
think it's
like
just
maybe it was because of the power of both Xbox and PlayStation launching so close to each other, where they launched like a week apart.
yeah,
But like I
a
feel
couple
like
weeks apart.
that felt more like a console launch than this. And
Yeah, it was a
granted, I'm
different
not
time
getting
too.
one,
It
so
was 5 years
sure, yeah,
ago.
it
I
is
don't
5
know.
years ago at this point.
I think we're in like a different era for this kind of stuff, and I think it's only going to get more, uh, change even more with like. I mean, some people are doing midnight releases for things, and like that is something that people do, but a lot of people just buy things
I
online
did see a
now.
video of people like lined up at Best Buy, and I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, it is cool to see that kind of stuff. But back in the day, that's what we did all the time was
Right.
midnight release stuff. And now people really they purchase things online a lot more, so you're kind of just not seeing that physicality as quite as much.
Sure. All right. Well, we will see if Nintendo does something next week, possibly. Daniel, we did have a state of play. We'll go over the state of play. The state of play happened. When was that? Yesterday, right?
Yesterday, yeah,
Yesterday. So was
like
that
5 o'clock
Wednesday
for me.
the 4th? Yeah, sometime in the afternoon.
Mhm.
Daniel, what did you think of the PlayStation state of play?
Overall, it was pretty good. Um, I think PlayStation always has the like, especially with the state of play like banner, they always have a pacing problem for me. Like, I feel like you get good reveals, and then up here's like a couple that are okay, and then you get people talking for a while, and then you get back to some good reveals, and then I don't know. I just feel like these shows, their showcases tend to have a much better pace, and they haven't had one of those in forever. So just I don't really know how they could pace it better. I think maybe cut a lot out, but I don't think they really want to do that.
Have people talking. Yeah, I
I
don't
mean, you
know.
can have
Pacing's
some of
hard with
that.
those things too, because it's just like it's not like they make the trailers, right? It's like the developers sending them a
Yeah.
trailer, you know, and they kind of have to just put that trailer in. I'm sure there's like a set time that they tell the developer, hey, your trailer can only be this long or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of just like if you get a bad game trailer, it's just like, okay, well, what are you gonna do, really, you know? And there are some needless things they don't need to put in there, like the Metal Gear trailer, right? It was like, okay, it's coming out in 2
Yeah.
months, no one gives a fuck, but it's like
We've seen enough of that.
probably just a marketing deal, right? So they have to put that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and things like that, and then yeah, they have people talk. I don't mind when the people come out talking necessarily, but yeah, I
It
don't know.
always depends. Like, I
Yeah,
liked when in the very beginning when the Luminescence people came out and talked for a couple minutes, like, that was fine, or even the Astrobot guy talking for a couple minutes, even though it wasn't, like, that much of him being there. I feel like sometimes it messes up the pacing of these showcases.
sure. Yeah, I enjoyed the showcase overall. I think it helps that we weren't expecting one. I think. I think
Yeah,
there were rumors and all that, but it definitely helps when they're just like, "Hey, there's gonna be a state of play tomorrow." It's like, okay, cool.
for
Uh,
sure.
yeah, and then yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a lot of Japanese devs, if you notice. It was like vast majority Japanese devs. I
Yeah.
don't know if a single one wasn't a Japanese dev. So I guess we'll figure it out when we go through it. But
Um, you're putting me on the spot.
yeah,
I
we could
mean,
figure it out
Astrobot's
when we
not,
yeah yeah.
right?
Astrobot is.
Oh, it just kind of has other people from everywhere else
I mean, that studio is
in the
located in
team as well.
Japan. Yeah.
Are they? Yeah, I don't know. You're
I
putting me
mean,
on the
yeah,
spot.
that
I
we're gonna
can't think.
name all the games going through anyway. So you tell me. Oh, Baby Steps, maybe that's probably the one.
Baby
Uh,
steps. Yeah.
yeah, that probably, unless that is, I could see that being a weird. Like the Luminous
I
guys,
don't. I don't
I didn't
know.
realize they were Japanese. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, that makes sense. I could see that. It's like a Japanese. Yeah, I mean they do a lot of type of puzzle games like that, Puyo Puyo, and
Right?
yeah.
Yeah. And I just would not have guessed they were Japanese, but that was maybe that's just me.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. I didn't
regardless,
really make the connection to how much Japanese there was.
right, yeah, exactly. But yeah, regardless, I enjoyed the state of play. I thought there was some announcements that were pretty unexpected actually. I was like, oh, okay,
Hmm.
that's cool. Didn't see that one coming, so yeah, enjoyed it. It was good. Give it like a 7, 8 out of 10, whatever.
I think a seven's pretty fair,
Yeah,
and like I think it could have been higher if it was paced a little bit different. I think.
sure. Oh,
So
and they
I think
are.
they were good.
I mean, this is now an expectation for me. They end with one big first party thing, or the technically second party thing, but one big thing coming from actual PlayStation studios. That has happened 4 times
Hmm.
in a row now. That's their MO. That's what they're doing with these. You know.
Was the last big thing is it being published by them or something? I don't
The
remember.
Marvel game.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
I
a
can't remember.
second party game now. Yeah.
Is it really? Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
Uh, yeah. Well, we will get into it though. But yeah, it's they've now set that as an expectation. I think, which is
That's
cool.
fair.
All right, cool. Let's get into it then. First game they did show off then was Luminous Arise. This is coming from the Tetris Effect guys. Also made that Humanity game a couple years back.
Hmm. It
Uh,
looked very Tetris effecty.
yeah, definitely looks like more in the line of Tetris Effect. I guess you
Yeah.
couldn't make that Humanity game look like Tetris Effect anyways. But yeah, this looks like Luminous, but this
Mhm.
looks like Tetris Effect but Luminous. That's
Yes.
basically the gist, dude.
Yeah. I've never really gotten to play Luminous. I think I own the game or it's on my like wish list or something. Um, I've always wanted to check out Luminous, so I'm a big Tetris person. I love Tetris, so I might check this out.
Yeah, I think I will too. I've never played Luminous. Honestly, dude, I thought Luminous was like a game. I know it's a game, but like I didn't know it was like Tetris where like you
Yeah,
call
it's a
this
puzzle
type
game.
of thing luminous. You know, I thought Luminous was just like the name of something that like that developer named it. You know, I just
Oh,
you
okay.
know what I'm trying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know that sounds really fucking dumb the way I'm saying that, but like it's like it makes sense in my mind, trust me. But yeah, it's it looks cool. Can you explain to me like what Luminous is? Like what do you do with these? Do you know?
I mean, it is like it
I
is
know
like
it's
a
like
bar
somewhat
Tetris.
Tetrisy, but like what's the difference?
I don't
You
really know
don't
much
know
about
either?
Luminous.
Shit, man,
Yeah.
we both
I mean,
don't
it
know.
looks like it's very Tetris effecty where it's always changing the different like you're playing slightly different depending on what
Right. Tetris
you're
very easy to
seeing.
explain though. The blocks come down, you place the blocks in the best position to keep stacking them up, and then the blocks go away and all that. It's like I can explain what Tetris is. I don't know what the fuck Luminous
I mean,
is.
Luminous looked just like that. It's just with the Tetris effect style where you're changing up what you're doing. I think it's good. I think you're mostly going to know how to play that game just picking it up.
Yeah, no, I'm sure I'll figure it out very quickly. But yeah, very exciting. I love Tetris Effect. I thought that was fantastic. It's such a
Hmm.
trippy thing to
I
look
didn't
at
play
the
it
entire
enough,
time.
but
Yeah, I played the shit out of that when that came out, and
I
then I
should play.
really
I should
loved
have played it more.
Humanity back in like
Yeah,
I
I know
think
you really like that
2023
one.
when that game came out. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm all over this. This is very exciting.
Yeah, I own Humanity. I think it was like a plus game or something at some point.
That sounds right. I don't remember exactly, but
I think I have the game. I never got to check it out, but I remember that game looking really cool too.
yeah. So very cool. I mean, these guys make awesome puzzle games, so I'll be looking forward to this one whenever it comes out. It's supposed to come out sometime this fall. Next game then was Pragmata. Pragmata has finally
Mm.
showed itself, Daniel. Set to launch sometime in 2026. We got a bit of gameplay here in this trailer. Nice little "we're sorry" at the end of it. I really like that.
They did that the
Crossed
last
out.
trailer
Would
they
they
showed.
cross out the
Yeah.
2022? They put
Yeah.
2026. Oof. When this get revealed, 2020 probably. I think it was at the
It was at the
console reveal.
PlayStation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was at the PlayStation Showcase thing.
So been a minute. Better late than never, I guess. But here it is. New IP
Yeah, they
from
put a year
Capcom.
on it
Yeah,
again.
putting 2020 on it or 2026 on it. I believe them this time since we've actually seen the game now. So
Yeah.
Daniel, what are you thinking?
Still don't really know what the game is, if we're being real.
Yeah, I
Um,
guess. I mean, we saw.
a
Yeah,
little bit, but
yeah.
not
It's
much.
because it's not survival horror, which I think
No,
everyone
like
was
what are we
kind of
doing?
assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And all you kind of really did see is like the girl shooting some weird power out of her hand, and the guy dodging and
Yeah.
stuff. And
It's like an action game. I
yeah,
don't know.
I guess it's more actiony.
Like, is this level based? Is this like open zone type thing? Like,
Mm.
there's a lot of questions I have that I don't think they really answered much. Like, I hope we see it again and they actually like talk about the game.
Yeah, I need a bit of a deep dive here to see what's actually going on.
Not even just like a dev person talking and showing me the game. I just want like a gameplay trailer. Like, it's awesome to have seen this game again because I'm excited for it. I love Capcom, but I think for the third trailer for Pragmata, they needed to have more gameplay in it.
Yeah, I
You
can
know what
see
I
that.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
we had a teaser reveal and then another trailer, and then you're still kind of not doing much in the trailer for me, at least. But I'm excited to play it.
Yeah, I think it looked beautiful.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see like a new IP in the realm of something that I would be interested in from Capcom. I
It's
think
a good
that's very,
point.
especially right now with the high Capcom is on. It's like they can't miss right now. So, I think that it's exciting just from that standpoint. I do think it'll be like probably later 2026 because I think Capcom's got a pretty busy next year. I mean, we're getting a lot of Resident Evil rumors going on this week. Probably getting a reveal tomorrow or Sunday or something like that. Out of that,
Yeah.
and I'd imagine that'll be first half 2026. And then they
Yeah,
got
they usually
Onimusha
do.
next year, and now this too. So
Mhm.
it's like, oh, those are three very big games. So yeah, I'd expect we'd get more from this somewhere, and this will probably be like a late 2026 thing. But
Maybe Game Awards or something.
wait and see. Yeah, something like that. Capcom sometimes does their own little thing, no?
Yeah, I don't know when the last time they did one though.
Yeah, might
Has
have
it
been a while.
been like 2023 maybe? Did they do one last year? I don't know.
I have no idea. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? World may never know. But yeah, Pragmata, it's back from the dead. One of those games I thought could have got canceled, and we just never would have heard from it again. But whatever.
True. It felt like it.
It definitely did. Definitely did for a while there. Next game then is called Romeo is Dead. This is a third-person action game. Come from the Grasshopper manufacturer guys. Those are the guys that make No More Heroes.
hmm
Daniel, this looked very interesting.
I called it. Like I'm sitting there just watching it by myself. Like I saw that first. The trailer's crazy and fun, and like that first like cartoon bit. I'm like, this feels like a Suda 51 game. I'm like, is this a new Suda game? And then like as it was going, and then it went crazy. The guy got stabbed in the eye, just super crazy. Then it gets really bloody and action packed. I'm like, whoa! And it was a Suda game. I'm really excited for this. Like I've never really got into a lot of Suda stuff. Like I want to play. Um, what's the Damned game? What's the name of that game? Lost in the Damned, or what's the name of that game? No, Lost in the Damned's a GTA thing. What's the what is the name of that game?
There was a damned game from these guys.
Yeah,
Let me see.
I can't remember the name of that game. And it got a remaster. We talked about it on the show. But I've never played No More Heroes either.
Oh,
I've always wanted to play No More
no, wait,
Heroes.
that's Lollipop Chainsaw. That's what I'm thinking of. That's not
It's
that.
very similar, the
Very
same era,
similar.
like
Okay.
360 era. Yeah.
Let me see.
Um, Shadows of the Damned or something like that, maybe.
Damn something.
Yeah, you need to correct me. I've always wanted to play that game and No More Heroes. I like Suda's kind of style of humor and stuff. So I'm very excited for this. It looks great. Like the action looks really fun. Looks very bloody. Um, I'm excited to see like a new IP from Suda. You know,
Yeah, I don't see anything. Damn. Oh, Shadows of the Dam. There you go.
That's right.
2011.
I was right.
There you go.
Shadows of the Damned. Yeah.
They put out a little bit of games in 2011. Put out 3. It's hidden in there.
Oh yeah.
They did have something to do with Lollipop Chainsaw. It's listed on their Wikipedia at least.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Maybe they assisted that game.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't know.
not sure.
That's interesting. Huh. Yeah, I thought this game looked cool. I'm into these guys. I'm into their sense of humor. I like No More Heroes, at least the first two. Never actually played 3. I should do that at some point. But yeah, this looked cool. I don't know. It was it's one of those where like you gotta feel it, right? It's like they showed a
Mhm.
little bit of gameplay, and I'm like, okay, how does that actually feel? How does that actually play? But it was funny, right? Is like that
Mhm.
opening trailer was definitely very funny. I didn't know. I definitely didn't realize it was them at first. I was like, what the fuck is
I
going
just
on
had a
here?
feeling.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is on brand with their sense of humor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, look cool. I like seeing them go out and try different things here. It's because I wonder who owns No More Heroes. Is that does Nintendo own that?
Nintendo has something with that,
Some
I
deal
think.
with
At least
that?
with the
Yeah,
first 2 games, because 3 is everywhere. 3 is on PlayStation and
it didn't
Xbox.
come
And
everywhere till later, though, right? Am I correct with
yeah,
that? Yeah. Okay.
yeah, it was on Switch first. It was on one of the directs, and they end up like that was a big reveal. So they might have something to do with like some weird rights, but he was able to do the third game everywhere. And then I forget who bought his team. Somebody bought his team. It was like a Tencent or something, or NetEase. Maybe it was NetEase. I think NetEase owns Grasshopper right now. This
Uh,
was like a
Grasshopper
couple
was
years ago.
acquired by Gunho by NetEase Games. Yep,
Yeah, yeah.
2021.
This was 2021. Okay. Oh, so that was a while ago. I thought that was only a couple years. So he's
No,
been
yeah,
working on
been a
this
little
game for
while
4
now.
years.
Yeah, I mean, I would bet this game started right around then, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would too.
Okay. Well, Romeo's dead. I like the title.
Yeah.
Cool title. Next game then we got a new trailer for Silent Hill F and a release date September 25th of this year. Daniel, I was shocked to see a release date on this, especially
Me too.
so close. I did
I
not.
expected
I think
2026.
I said last time we got a trailer, I was like, dude, this won't be out till like fall 2026 with the
That's
how
what I was
weird
expecting.
Konami was, you know. But now it's out this fall, right in time for Halloween this year.
Yeah. I'm excited for this game, and I don't know if you feel the same way I do. We've seen like 3 or 4 trailers of this game. I have no idea what this game's about. No idea like what's happening. Like I think these trailers, as like cool spectacles as they look, I don't think they've had a good trailer since the teaser. I like the teaser. That was really cool. Very like, things coming out of that girl, very flowery or whatever. And then every one about like this Japanese girl just running away from things. I have no idea what this story is or anything really. I don't know. Is it just me?
The story, I it, I'm with you that nothing has really like blown me away. Seeing when looking at the gameplay, the story. I mean, we got a bit of it yesterday, not like too much, but like the fog takes over the town, and her and her
Yeah,
friends
that's
then
about
run
it.
away, and it's like, yeah, I don't know, weird, freaky Silent Hill shit going on. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, yeah.
Like I feel like
I
I should
guess
be
I'm
more
sort of
excited
with
for
you.
it.
Sure. Yeah, I'm with you. Nothing has blown me away from this, but I will say nothing blew me away about Silent Hill 2 remake either.
Mm,
Not that they're the same developer or anything, but they are both Silent Hill games, right? And honestly, I feel very similar to the way I felt about Silent Hill 2, the way when I'm looking at this, where it's just like, okay, looks cool, looks like a good survival horror game. We'll see when it comes out if I'm actually going to enjoy it. And then I was saying the same thing about Silent Hill 2 remake, and that ended up being my game of the year. So I don't know.
I mean, I
It's
guess at least that was like a known quantity, especially story wise.
sure, yeah. Yeah,
Like
I
this
could
is
see the story coming out here being disappointing. The studio, from what I remember looking into these guys, they're very much just a support studio. They've worked on like
yeah.
tons of things with everybody, and this is kind of like their first big project on their own. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if they're up to snuff here, especially story wise in Silent Hill. But I think
Mhm.
we know it's gonna be very heavy melee focused. We
They
did
show
see
a
a
little
little
bit
bit
of
of
that.
that yesterday, and then yeah, I'm just expecting weird, creepy shit. I mean, I love the monster designs, right? It's
Yeah,
look
especially
very
the one that
cool.
turns around
Yeah,
at the end.
yeah,
I think it looked crazy.
that thing looks awesome. You know, that's like a crazy boss fight type thing.
Yeah.
I love like the scenery with the flowers and shit, like you were saying with that teaser earlier. But like, I love like when she walked into that one room and then all the red petals started dropping and stuff, it was like, oh, that's really fucking cool. So I love the little unique twist they're putting on it. The Japanese setting is fucking awesome.
The Japanese setting is going to be very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that we're playing as a Japanese schoolgirl is just still hilarious to me, and that's awesome, right? Like, that's a really
I just feel like
cool
I
thing.
should be more excited about this game. Like I'm looking forward to it. I don't know. I just feel
Maybe you need
Yeah.
another trailer, deeper dive type thing,
yeah, maybe
yeah.
I need that.
something like that. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be as good as Silent Hill 2 remake, so I'm not putting it on that bar. You know, it's just like I don't know if a new developer, granted they're not new, but first big game on their own, I don't know if they're gonna be up to snuff on that, right? But it does look pretty good. It does look pretty good. So I don't know. I'm excited for it. I'm excited that it's out this year, and we'll see.
Yeah, it's crazy. I did not, especially with like, wasn't this recently shown too? And they didn't put a date until just now.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, they just kind of started up the marketing cycle again this year, right? So
Yeah.
I think it makes a little more sense now.
They could have teased the date. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe
hey,
put it 2025 at the end of it, of the last trailer or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Cool reveal though.
Yeah, definitely cool reveal. Also, that this will go right up against that Chronos game that comes out later this year from Bloober Team. Not Bloober.
I completely forgot about that game.
Yeah, and that game looks fucking rad.
That game looks crazy.
Yeah, so we're getting 2 new survival horror games this year, which is fun. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Next game then was Bloodstained: The Scarlet Engagement, coming out sometime in 2026. Daniel, so this is Bloodstained is like the spiritual successor to the old Castlevania games, right? And it's got the Castlevania guy. He leads that team.
Is that his name?
I do not know.
Iga?
You know how I am with Japanese names. Don't know.
Yeah, I think that's his name. I actually never got to play. So Bloodstained, if you remember when it came out, it was like kickstarted and stuff.
Yeah.
And why the game was in development, they had Inti Creates make the Bloodstained 2D like pixel art games. Do you remember that? It was like one, because that game Bloodstained took a while to develop. So like in between it being developed, they like put out 2 small old school style Castlevania games called Curse of the Moon 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
Curse of the Moon
now I remember those. Yeah, I remember that.
I love Curse of the Moon 1 and 2, but I actually never played Bloodstained.
Were those kind of like a teaser demo-ish thing for Bloodstained? No.
Games.
Oh, full games, really? Okay.
Castlevania like games.
Did they have a different art style? Do I remember that correctly?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Are people mad about that? Like they don't like the Bloodstained art style?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, and then you can see it in this trailer too, because like Bloodstained also had this like 2.5D art style that looks really cheap. Like, to be honest, like this game like had some cool like animations and stuff, had really cool attacks, but then you look at the graphics and it just doesn't look very good to me. Like, I don't think it looks very good.
Yeah, I don't think the art style looks all that good either. It's interesting they would keep the same art style then, knowing that fans already didn't like it in the last Bloodstained game. But
yeah, I know people like that Bloodstained game, which I never ended up checking it out. Yeah, it just didn't do it for me. I just don't like how this game looks. But
okay, well,
I don't know. It's nice to see more Castlevania style games.
For sure. Yeah. Will we ever get another Castlevania game? We'll have to wait and see.
I mean, you would hope Konami would actually do it.
That's kind of the wonder they haven't done yet, right? Since their resurgence.
Like maybe do something.
They should do one like in the old school style Castlevania
just like
game.
Symphony of the Night.
Like don't do a big 3D third person AAA game, do something like Symphony. Bleh, can't even say that name. Symphony of the Night.
There you go.
Yes. I've never played that game. One of my greatest gaming sins, I know.
One of the greatest games of all time.
Yeah, not my type of game though, honestly. All right, continuing on then, we got a new trailer for Digimon Story Time Stranger. It's getting a lot of trailers from PlayStation this year.
Did not really need this game here. Like, it didn't show me anything that was going to make me excited.
What do you mean? A little orange dinosaur is going to be there, Daniel.
Agumon.
You're going to go through. Wow, you know his name. Agumon.
I do know his name.
That's impressive.
That's the
Honestly.
Pikachu of
That's
Digimon.
impressive.
He is the Pikachu.
Yeah,
Just so you
his
know.
his little orange ass will be
He's in
there.
everything.
You're gonna be like going through time with him, I guess. I don't fucking know. Maybe they can go so far back in time and then erase Digimon from the timeline.
I
That'd
was
be
literally
nice.
gonna say, can you go back and erase this game from
Yeah, something going
No,
on
it's
here.
cool. It's cool that Digimon gets a bunch of games. That's awesome.
Yeah, I
I
don't
know
know.
there's a lot of
Weird,
fans.
whatever. Fucking Digimon freaks. Next up, then we got a trailer for Final Fantasy Tactics. The IVC. I don't know what it is. Something Chronicles.
I'm not even sure the word. Yeah, I didn't.
No, they're making up a fucking word here. Right? It's not a real word. Get out of here. Daniel, Final Fantasy Tactics is back. We're gonna remastered version coming out later this year on September 30th. Here it is.
Super
I know
exciting.
people fucking love this game.
Mhm.
So,
It's weird that it's like has like a weird subtitle because that's what made me confused. I'm like, is this like a Final Fantasy Tactics sequel that's getting a remaster? But then it's like, I guess it's the original game that's getting a remaster and then has a new subtitle. Like, why are you doing that? That just seems confusing. Some people might think it's a new game or something. I don't know.
you're telling me Square Enix is getting confusing with their names? Wow. Shocker.
Original.
Wow. How shocking.
Square.
Yeah,
Put 'em in sync.
yeah, I know this is like a beloved classic, so a lot of people are happy to see it come back. I like that the original game is also included in with the remastered version. Like you can play both versions if you
Oh,
want.
look. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's cool. I wish they. God, why does no one copy the fucking Halo thing where you switch back and forth between the two? Why does no one copy that? It was so
There's
cool.
someone else that has done that, but not very many have done
Not
that.
many.
'Cause
It's
there
like,
is something
it should
else
be
that
all
did
of
that.
these things, man.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, what was it? There was something else that did do that.
Was it? Okay. Yeah, I don't remember exactly.
Well, the original one was on the 360. Was the Halo one?
Yeah, it was the Halo 1 remake remaster one that originally
was
did
called.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I believe Halo 2 did it in Master Chief Collection.
The Chief Collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's like only them. It's or whatever the other one you're saying is too. I just don't get like, man, all of these should do it. Especially now with
Yeah.
like how they explain the Unreal Engine 5 remakes that we're getting a lot of recently. Sounds like it'd be very easy to do that because the base game is still there. I'm sure it's way harder than I'm making it sound,
Yeah.
but it's just like that Ninja Gaiden one that came out earlier this year. It's like the way they explained that was like, no, the base game's just running, or Oblivion, right? Like the base game's just running underneath all the pretty shit, right? So
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
think the problem
it's like,
with
damn,
it
you
is
guys
like
should really put that in.
the game needs to be running twice as you're playing it. That makes sense, so that you
Sure.
could be switching back and forth between them.
Yeah,
So like that must just be super intensive.
I'm
the
sure
console.
it would just break the fucking games, you know? And
Yeah.
it's just like, oh,
Like I
God.
guess it makes sense
Lot
that
more
Halo
work.
can do it and Halo 2 can do it because those games are super old. But maybe you hit a certain point and games are just it would just break the game, especially
Yeah,
an open
sure.
world like Oblivion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like
And Oblivion Remastered has its own problems going on, but
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. Bethesda.
So I guess adding in that would be too much to ask, but I'm just
You
saying,
pick up a
guys,
cup
like
in
let's all
one and
do
you
it.
break the other one.
Like this Gears one coming out, come on, like let's do it there. You know, that would have been
That'd be
cool.
sick.
That would have been
You
sick,
like
you know?
as you're chainsawing, you could like switch
Right,
it.
switch back and forth. Like I don't know, I just love that mechanic, and I would like to see it in more things. But yeah, regardless, Final Fantasy Tactics out later this year, September 30th. Any interest from you?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've always wanted to play Tactics, so I don't know if I'd play it like right away, but
Is this a 90s game? It must be, right?
I think they said it in the trailer or something. I think it's like
Did they?
97.
97. Okay, around then. What was it originally on? Like Game Boy?
I think it was PS1.
PS1. Interesting. Okay, it wasn't a handheld game. I guess that
No.
would have been way too far.
Yeah.
Technology wise for handhelds back then. But yeah, okay, that makes sense.
And then there was like an advanced a Game Boy Advance port of it, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, was it? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. I think back in the day
Okay, cool. Well, we will continue on then. The next game we got is a new trailer for Baby Steps. It also got a date finally of September 8th.
what a stupid trailer. I loved it.
Thank God, I don't got to
I
see any
don't-
more trailers for this thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play the game. The trailer was fun.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. This is just it's one of those things that it's just not my sense of humor. and I kind of hate
Sure.
it. You
Sure.
know,
That's fair.
like I don't know, like, especially like a guy before they introduced it, he was like, "Oh, this game had me laughing so hard I barfed before." It's like, okay, buddy, I don't want anything that's gonna make me laugh hard enough to barf. All right, and this saying it. I don't know. It's just not. It's not my cup of tea. You know,
That's
it just definitely is. It just looks like it controls bad and it's meant to control bad, you know, and it's just all right, you're gonna climb up a bunch of other shit. It's like I
It's a
guess it's
Strand
funny
game.
that there's yeah, yeah. I guess it is a strand game, huh? Uh I guess it is funny and cute that there are like gonna be like little cutscenes and you're gonna be talking to other
Mhm.
characters and they're very goofy in the way they talk. I don't know. I'm sure it's it just reminds me of like something that's just like for the streaming culture, you know, or like
Sure.
they
Yeah.
all want to watch like fucking Kai Cent, that guy, fucking play this shit and fall over himself and like, you know, I don't know. None of those fucking 8-year-olds are gonna actually buy this game. It's just gonna be him. I don't know. Whatever. Uh, like, why do people like watching people play video games? I just don't get it. I don't get it. Now I
Uh,
sound old.
I mean, it depends. I mean, I don't really watch streamers, but like it's mostly about kind of like the hangout vibe. I think with the streaming, you kind of find a personality that you kind of like to hang out with him, and then maybe you kind of do something why you know, like somebody doing like a let's play or something like that, or like I used to, you know, when Achievement Hunter was around, I liked watching Achievement Hunter because it was a group of friends playing a game, and that I was more about the group of friends playing the game than it was watching them play the game. Does that make sense?
No, I get it. It's more of a
Okay.
rhetorical question. I
Oh,
understand
okay.
people like watching
Okay.
streamers.
Streaming is a little different though, because it's usually just one guy. A lot of time they'll play
Well,
with their
that's what it's
friends, but
turned into now. It's just like, and now it's just a guy talking. You know,
yeah,
That's what it
like
seems like. Like
sometimes
the
they'll
most
play with their
popular ones,
friends.
it's like
You know,
it's like they don't even play games now. You know, it's like okay, sometimes they
yeah,
do,
that's
but
true too. It's like
you
it's
know,
more reaction content,
and I do like it
right?
when that Kai guy he will put a spotlight on games. You know, and like I'm sure they get a huge surge of buys. Like when he did Elden Ring,
Mhm.
like that was probably that probably sold a few 100,000 copies of Elden Ring right then, just from him playing it constantly. You know.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Or he did Batman, you know, it was like I'm sure a bunch of kids went back and played the Arkham games then, you know. It's so I think that stuff like that is cool to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, go outside, kids, make friends.
touch some grass.
There's some fucking grass, all right, guys. The next game was Hirogami,
Hmm,
Hirogami,
that sounds right.
a
Yeah.
3D platformer inspired by ancient Japanese art of paper folding or origami, as
Hmm.
they call it. Oh, it's that little fox thing. Okay, I remember this now. I was trying to figure
Yeah,
out what
you
the hell this was. Yeah.
the your character like turned into different like animals, and then you can like solve puzzles that way.
Yeah. Yeah. And it looked like you were doing a bunch of different things inside 3D
Yeah,
platforming a little bit.
like
Like,
one was like you turn into like a spinny wheel. I don't know, I forget what animal it was. Then you like could hit something. One was like a frog. You like jump around. Um, so yeah, I guess you turn into like different animals. It's probably very like Metroidvania, where you like get a power and it unlocks
mm,
parts of the map and
go
stuff like
back.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, go back
Now you got
different
the frog
areas.
tower. Yeah. Go back
Yeah,
and jump up there and shit. Yeah. All right. That makes sense. It looked kind of cool. It's a little
yeah, I
indie
like the
game
art
in there.
style.
Very short trailer. So, that was nice. But
When
yeah.
was the date for that one?
No date. Sometime this year, though.
No,
Oh, no. Right here. September 3rd.
September
So
3rd.
not too
Cool.
far. Next game that was Everybody's Golf Hot Shots coming out on September 5th. Daniel,
Now
anything?
getting PlayStation. 'Cause I think
Everybody.
this was revealed at Nintendo Direct, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. So this is part of the weird deal PlayStation's doing with Bandai, where their Bandai is publishing some of their old games on
Hmm.
other things now. Yeah,
Okay.
because it's
So
like this
Bandai's
and that
getting publishing
Patapon.
for the
Yeah,
Switch version.
yeah, I believe so. I think for the PlayStation version as well. They did it with
Interesting.
what was that game came out earlier this year, January? Freedom Wars, the remastered of
Oh,
that.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
so
talked about that.
Bandai
Yeah.
published that, but then obviously it's a PlayStation IP, but it comes to Switch as well. So I don't know. They're doing this with like three things. It's that, Patapon, and Everybody's Golf now. So yeah, I've never played one of these games. Not super
Me
interested
neither.
in it. So
I like golf games. I don't know if I'll check it out, but yeah, I've never
Yeah, I
gotten to
like
play
the
them.
more
And I know they're very
arcadey golf
popular.
games, right?
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, I'm
yeah.
not gonna play like PGA Tour, but yeah, I would play something like this,
I
right?
should just go play the Mario one.
Right, yeah, yeah. I never did pick that one up for
No,
Switch.
those 3 sports games, I wanted them so bad, and I never played them. I feel bad.
Yeah, yeah, damn shame. Yeah, coming out September 5th. So there you go. Next game, then we got a new trailer for Ninja Gaiden Ragebound coming out on July 31st. Daniel, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Here it is, the second Ninja Gaiden game coming out this year of 3.
Mhm. Yeah,
Ninja Gaiden having a hell of a year.
yeah, it is. This game still looks great. I'm very excited to play this.
Yeah, this was what, the Blasphemous guys, right? I think that was this one. I remember.
I'm trying to remember, because then there's the Shinobi one.
There is the Shinobi one, which I think comes out right
Is
around
that
this as well.
Dot.emu that's doing the Shinobi one? It's publishing the Shinobi
I think
one?
Dot.emu is publishing this one. You know, let's look into this.
Okay. This one might be. You might be right. This one might be the Blasphemous people.
The Game Kitchen,
this is a little more
is that Blasphemous?
I can't remember the name of their team.
Yep.
Because this one has pixel art, and Blasphemous is pixel art. So
Yeah,
this
is the Blasphemous guys, the Game Kitchen.
Okay. And then Dot.emu must be doing Shinobi with Sega.
Yeah, possibly.
I'm pretty sure.
I'll pull that up.
Yeah,
did you like the trailer? Are you into this game? Oh no, they're
Yeah,
publishing this. Dot.emu's publishing this.
Dot.emu's publishing this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess the other one's just Sega, and I remember who's making. Somebody's making that game too.
Somebody's making it. Who knows?
Yeah, we know the developer. It was somebody. Is this the? Oh, is this Tribute? It's Tribute, right? That made
Okay, so the developers of the
Streets of
Shinobi
Rage.
Art of Vengeance guy is Lizard Cube and Sega.
Lizard Cube.
Yeah.
Okay. Then who did Tribute? Oh, Tribute's
Lizard Cube made
so
Streets of Rage 4.
Okay.
So it
So
says on
Tribute is
Wikipedia.
making Cosmic Invasion, Marvel's Cosmic Invasion.
Okay,
I am
yes.
all over the place.
Who's making Absalom? Yeah.
I remember that game. Yeah, this game looks great. I trust Dot.emu. They'd usually find pretty good games.
Yeah, they kind of have
never
a
really
little niche
played.
here, right? Of like things they publish,
Yeah.
like that all kind of look like this a little bit.
Side scrolly.
Yeah, side scrolly, old school type games.
Mhm.
Either beat 'em ups or something like this, platformers, etc.
So I trust that there's like a level of quality that this game has, and it looks great. And I trust the Blasphemous guys. Like, I've not played those games, but I know they're reviewed very well, and I know people love their combat. So I'm excited to see what they could do with Ninja Gaiden.
Cool. Yeah, not my type of thing, but very cool to see Ninja Gaiden coming back in a big way like that. I am very much looking forward to Ninja Gaiden 4 though.
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden 4 is gonna be awesome.
Next game was Crane. How are we pronouncing this one? Cairn. Karen. Jesus Christ, I was way off. Karen, a mountain climbing adventure game, coming out on November 5th, and there's a demo available now.
Yeah, I remember when this game got revealed. This looked really cool. It reminds me of the Jusant game. It came out a couple years ago.
No, exactly. It's that's
a
what I'm
different art
getting confused
style.
with it. With, you know,
Yeah.
it's exactly that. Like a mountain climbing simulator ish.
This seems a little more like survivally. Like it seems like you're like bandaging yourself up and stuff. Maybe that's all like cinematic. I don't know, but it seemed a little bit more hardcore in this version than like Jusant was. But I
For
don't know,
sure,
it
yeah.
seems cool.
This is like what I wanted Death Stranding to do in certain places. Like, give me like mountain climbing gear and like have to
Yeah.
like actually like, you know,
You put your pythons.
yeah,
in
exactly.
the
Put the
thing,
pick
start
in, put
climbing.
the rope up, you know, and keep going up like that. That's cool. You know what I really like about this one was like when they stopped and talked to the other guy on the mountain, you know?
Hmm.
And it's like, oh, okay, are there like little story elements here? That's fun. I like something like that. Do I get like an emotional tale from this guy that's climbing up on the mountain next to me or something like that? Like,
Yeah, you get
you know.
other people climbing, and you get to like talk
yeah,
to them.
yeah, learn about their life or whatever. It's like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Something like that. Little spin on it. I like things like that. So, yeah, maybe I end up checking this one out. I did like the art style quite a bit.
Mhm.
Oh, cool. Next game then was Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection coming out later this year. What's in this one? So it's Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3. Looks like that one says Ultimate
4.
Mortal Kombat, and then
Yeah.
Mortal 4 Combat.
Yeah. And then there is more because there's like the handheld versions are also in this game,
Oh,
like the
okay.
Game Boy Mortal Kombat, and I think there's a Deadly Alliance Game Boy Advance version. But they still said they're going to announce a few more, and like I hope that they would bring that trilogy, like Xbox PS2 trilogy, here as well. That'd be awesome. They're just stranded, like Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon. I wish all those 3
Were
games
those
are just
all
stranded.
like Xbox PS2 era?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and even Mortal Kombat 9, the reboot, is stranded. Like
Was that
you
like
have
the
to
first
actually have the
360
disc.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
you have to have the disc to play that one. So I doubt they would get Mortal Kombat 9, but getting those other 3 would be awesome. Just so that almost all of them would be playable on hardware. And I love Mortal Kombat, so I'm excited for this. It'll probably be like $40. That's usually what these collections are.
Yeah,
I
because
think
these
it's pretty.
guys did a bunch of the other collections, right? Like they did the
They did the
Street Fighter
Atari
one.
one.
Okay.
What else? It was the Atari. They did the Tetris one last year, or
Okay.
maybe it was 23. They did. Yeah, they keep doing these like little documentary ones. So there's going to be a documentary in here too,
That's cool.
which
And
would
you
be
kind of
pretty
got
cool.
hints of that, right? They're in like
Yeah.
that like arcade trailer when they showed that. So that's cool. Good to see. Yeah, like
Hmm.
anytime we can bring these older games forward, it's
Oh,
good
they
to
did the
see,
Ninja
right?
Turtle one, the
That was
Cowabunga
it.
collection.
Calabunga collection. Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
these guys are very people really like their collections, so good
Hmm.
on them for getting this one out there.
There's gonna be online play with them too, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's fucking hype.
Yeah,
Mortal
that is
Kombat.
really cool.
Next thing then that they showed was called Project Defiant. It is a fighting game controller joystick type thing from PlayStation. New peripheral coming from them. Daniel.
It's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get it, but it's a really cool idea.
I like that it
People love their
slightly
fighting
looks like a PS5.
games. Yeah. It definitely does.
Oh,
They got to keep everything looking.
yeah, I hope it's as big
Yeah, it's massive.
and
It's
heavy.
like, do you know your size of your refrigerator?
Yeah.
That's about the
Uh,
size of the
They
controller.
play. You gotta reach over to press the button, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
You have to
Jesus
actually like
Christ.
slam on the buttons to like.
Get in there. Yeah, I think this makes a lot of sense, especially with what they announced at the end of the showcase, which we will talk about, or state of play, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yes, it does.
So yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense, and they were kind of hinted at that revealing this a little early. But yeah, very cool. Not something I'll pick up, but a lot of people will, I'm sure. Next then, we got another trailer for Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. God, it's a mouthful. Word title. Yeah, the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 coming out August 28th. So we got a release date for that. Little everybody's saying the end of this trailer was like a hint towards the multiplayer mode coming back. I didn't know there was a multiplayer mode in Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah,
but
I think it was in the other version, the is it subsistence version?
don't ask me.
There was like
Wrong guy.
there was a version after the. I think it's subsistence.
Yeah, deluxe
And
version or whatever.
yeah,
of that. Yeah,
and I
okay.
think that they had like a multiplayer mode or something because like the guy like he like dies, changes his camo, and then he whatever. So I think it's like a hide and seek mode or something maybe. I don't know. I never really played that version of the game, but
Okay, cool. So yeah, coming out later this year. Is this one? Are you like guaranteed playing this, or you don't know?
It's one of my favorite games of all time. But like I don't know. Like I own the other game. I'll pick it up probably at some point. Like I'm just not. I'm not always that excited for like a remake especially if I already played it.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I might try this again. I don't know. This was the game that made me hate stealth games, so I don't know. I don't know. I remember renting this back in the day, and I was just like, I fucking hate this. I mean, renting it like back in the day. I mean, when I was like 11. So,
Sure.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah. I don't know. I would like to go back and try this again, see if I like it more now as an adult. But I don't know. A lot coming out around that time, but maybe I'll jump into this. I don't know. We'll see. Next game, then we got a reveal of Neo 3 coming from Koei Tecmo. Coming out early 2026. Just demo available today. Daniel, Neo 3. God, these guys are fucking workhorses, huh? For Koei
Team Ninja,
Tecmo.
yeah.
Yeah, just every year.
Team Ninja just about every year. I mean, if not, it's like they'll skip a year. I don't. Did they put out a game last year? I don't think they did.
Was Wolong last year? Was that not last year?
No.
No. Rise of
I mean,
Ronin.
Wolong, Rise of Ronin was last year.
Yeah.
They did skip a year, I think. I think maybe it was in between Wolong and Rise of Ronin.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think so. Would that have been 22? So I think 20
Could've been.
or 23. Yeah, 22 must have been Wolong. I think 23 they skipped a year. But yeah, then they did Rise of Ronin and then this. Now they're putting out.
Yeah, I mean, they're also co-developers on Ninja Gaiden 4, right? Coming out this year.
Oh, true.
Yeah, it's like them and Platinum co-developing.
I think they're a
that,
really
so
big team.
crazy. Yeah, they must be. It must be huge.
Yeah. I'm not really into the Neo games. I've never really played them. It's like I'd rather just play a From Software game. There's just too many games that look like a samurai From Software game. There's just too many of them. There's like that.
I mean, there's too many Souls games now, honestly.
Yeah, and most of them don't really reach the highs.
Way too oversaturated with the genre, you know.
Yeah,
granted, Neo was like the first outside of FromSoft, you know.
They like was successful, yeah.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then Neo
yeah.
2 is even better, you know. So this is one of the few that like made it, and then now they're making it a franchise.
Did this look much faster paced than other Neo games? When I think of Neo, I didn't necessarily think of like what we saw in the trailer. Like Neo, I always picture like that more slow, more brooding type of thing than I do this. Like this was like very fast paced, and that looked fun to me. I don't know if I'm gonna actually play this, but
it might be that ninja ability that you get because you can like switch between the samurai and the ninja.
Yeah, I saw that.
The other ones are more just samurai stuff, but I think they're faster than you think they are.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah, they're not very plotting. You might be thinking of like a Wolong or something.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I am.
Yeah, I've not played the Neo games, but you know, like it's awesome that this is still a franchise. It's been a while since Neo 2.
Yeah, it's cool they got a third one. I didn't know if they did just announce 8 million sales though, like last week or something like that of the Neo series. I think of both like together, so not too bad. I get why they'd make a third one here, right? And yeah, people love these games, so yeah, good on Neo 3.
Yeah.
Next we got a trailer for Thief VR: Legacy of Shadow, launching later this year. Daniel, new Thief game.
Yeah, it's nice to see Thief as like an IP still exist, but this is just not how I want this IP to still exist. Like, just make a normal Thief game.
Sure.
How about that?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
VR. It's been that last one was like 11 years ago.
Already 11 years ago?
I think so. I think it was 2014.
Fucking Christ. Okay.
How about just make a Thief game again? A regular Thief game.
All right. Oh, yeah. Someone will play this in VR. Coming to MetaQuest as well.
Yeah, I think it's coming into all the major kind of headsets.
What's like the is MetaQuest like the main one now? Has that one kind of settled as then?
Oculus is always kind of has been kind of
Okay. So yeah, later this year. Deep. Next game, and then we got a trailer for Tides of Tomorrow. This is some type of story multiplayer game where the world's gonna change.
They did not do a very good job of explaining what was even happening.
No, yeah. So like, I guess the world's gonna change based on what the player did before you.
Yeah, but then it's like that. How many players are gonna be playing before me?
Right.
In every instance.
Well, probably a lot.
Maybe
actually.
people. Well, maybe people.
What if you're the first?
A week later. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, what are the first few people? Yeah, there's no choices there. So then you're gonna make up choices for me. Then what's even the point? What was happening in this game?
But you just make up the choices for me anyways and give me a fucking game.
Thank you for saying it.
I don't know. It's interesting. You know, it's like I like that people are kind of experimenting in this and trying to add in more story into these multiplayer games and see what they can do there. I don't know if this one's gonna work, but whatever. It's a step in a direction that I like.
I think it's a cool idea. I just don't know. I'm definitely playing it up. I don't think it's like gonna be a bad game. It seems like a cool idea. I don't really think it's gonna do very well, but I like the idea.
Yeah, it's not like you're playing with people, so it's not like it has to.
It's like their choices. Like, you could see their choices.
Yeah, But it's not like you're jumping in with your friends, you know, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least I don't think
You just
so.
and you don't even know the outcome of their choices. You just can like see they
You're
did
just gonna
that.
see that they changed the world somehow. And yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I feel like this will be one that'll be funny to look back on in like a decade and like
It could
go
be
into the world and then like what's wrong with it? It's just all fucked up.
everyone's all doing all the bad choices.
Right, yeah. All the NPCs got a weird drug addiction somehow, and like you just go there. It's a weird wasteland. No one talks to you anymore.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. All right, yeah, that's launching sometime in 2026. Next game, then we got a bit of a new. Oh, well, the Astro guy came out. He announced that there's new levels coming. I don't know if he said when. Oh, in July. So there are 5 new levels coming in July. The Astrobot.
Very cool.
Yeah, I like that all these are free. Like I like the route they're going with the DLC. At least they're all free, right?
Yeah. I'm not gonna play them. I didn't play any of the challenge levels or whatever they've added, but it's cool that it happens, you know? Like
Yeah, I played the
more
initial
content.
ones. But then I think they did like a Christmas one. I think I deleted it by then. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll end up re-downloading it to just play a few levels, but yeah, I don't know. It is interesting because like I would re-download it for like a big new expansion. Like if they just saved all these levels and then you did like a big expansion and charged $20 for it, then I would buy that and then replay it. But yeah, this we're out. I don't know if I'm necessarily all that interested.
Yeah. It's cool though. I love Astrobot, so it's cool to see.
Next game then, Sea of Remnant, which is an adventure from NetEase and Joker Studio. Coming out sometime in 2026. Oh, this is that pirate game.
Yeah.
Okay. Daniel,
I was not crazy.
God, what was that? What was that Ubisoft one called? Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones is
It was
back.
like Skull and Bones meets Sea of Thieves, and it's like, all right, like why are people going to choose this game over just playing Sea of Thieves? Like, I don't know really what is really differentiating that game from Sea of Thieves, other than it having a slightly different art style.
You had a parachute.
Yeah, I guess there's like a few like different things. I don't know really what's in Sea of Thieves right now, but I don't know. This just seemed
They got Johnny
like
Depp.
a big miss to me. But
yeah, definitely just trying to ride that bandwagon, right? Sea of Thieves popularity. Same thing Skull and Bones are trying to do there. So yeah, this is a multiplayer thing. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, looks like NetEase just trying to get in there with that. Yeah, I like the art style. I like the way the characters looked. That was interesting. It kind of looked like Arcane a little bit. You know, it's like that pink poppy.
Maybe a little bit.
A little bit in that.
Did you get the Uncharted 4 joke?
No, I didn't. Was there an Uncharted 4 joke in there?
Yeah, it's when he gets washed up and he was like in the waves crashing on him. It was just like how Nate was in the Uncharted 4 trailer.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a reference.
Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, I remember
when he's like washed up on the beach and then he's doing that. They do the same thing.
Oh, okay. Oh. Good on you. All right. Sea of Remnant coming out sometime 2026. Next game then was Sword of the Sea, which got a release date of August 19th. Daniel?
Finally, they got a date.
Come from Giant Squid Games.
Mm-hmm.
Or Giant Squid Studios, excuse me. Coming out later this summer. Not far away at all, actually. 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah, this game looks great. I hope it's as good as it looks, you know? That's just kind of... Like, I like Abzu, but Abzu wasn't Journey. And I didn't really get into the Pathless. I own it. It just didn't really click for me. So it seems kind of like diminishing returns for all their games. I love Journey. Abzu, I don't know if you ever played Abzu. I'm excited for this. I hope it's great.
Interesting. Yeah, I go the other route with them where I like the Abzu and then I like the Pathless more. And so I'm hoping I like this more. I like that their shtick is just, hey, let's make Journey, but, just a little bit of a different twist on Journey.
Have different twist.
Yeah. Like this one's just Journey with a skateboard. It's like, okay, Abzu was Journey underwater. I guess the Pathless wasn't really going for a Journey thing, although it kind of was. That one was Journey with a bow and arrow. Journey. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, these guys make fun games, man. It's they control really well. Abzu and the Pathless both did that. They're both very fun to play. So I like it. I like what they're going for here, and this one just looks fucking awesome. Like I love. You tell me on skateboard on sand waves. Fuck yeah,
Into the
I'm into that.
ocean,
The fucking
like with some
ocean.
water.
Have
Yeah.
weird dolphins flying slash swimming
Do
around me.
skateboard tricks
Yeah, like oh, I'm fucking
on
into that.
a sand half pipe.
Hell
Are you
yeah,
kidding me?
hell yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Fucking super into this. So yeah, August 19th. I'll definitely be playing this one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do like
I
these
just
guys, man. It's
hope it's great.
they make really fun like weekend games, you know.
Sure, yeah,
At least
yeah.
both of those have been
More games need
thus
to be
far
that.
where I'm just like, you know, Abzu, I think I remember beating in like one sitting, you know, and then
Yeah, it's not very long. It's I mean,
Atlas
same
was
with
a bit
Journey.
longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, very cool. Launching into PS Plus as well. So you can get it through there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Next up, then we got our first trailer for 007 First Light, or I guess second trailer, because then we get one at the Switch thing.
We got 2 teasers.
Like
There was
teasers.
the original teaser, then that teaser. They weren't even like teasers. They were like gun barrel logo reveals.
Sure.
They really weren't even anything.
So yeah, now we get our first full-length trailer. We see the actor. We see a little bit of the story, a little bit of gameplay. Daniel, what did you think of 007 First Light?
It looked great. Definitely need to see more gameplay, especially for it coming out next year. I don't know where that would even be at. Maybe the Game Awards or something. Looks great though. I was trying to recognize the actor. I didn't really recognize him too much. I did recognize Lenny James, who's like one of the first people you see. You would probably know him as Morgan from The Walking Dead. He's been around. He's been in other things, Jericho, some other shows and stuff. I like him as an actor, so yeah, it looks good. I trust IO to have really fun spectacles, so I'm expecting really cool set pieces and all that. I just want to know like what we're doing, gameplay to gameplay. Is it mission based? Is it open zones or whatever? You know, just want to see more of the game.
Yeah, I'm with you. Definitely need to see more because I gotta be honest. I thought the gunplay looked a little rough. I was like, that doesn't necessarily look like up to snuff of like what I'd expect a big AAA James Bond game to be. But I don't know if that's
kind of also Hitman's.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Is like that's not necessarily IO's.
You're not supposed to be out there just first person shooting or third
right.
person shooting.
But like, is that what they're going for here? Are we making a third? Are we making Uncharted? You know, or are we making Hitman?
No.
You know,
we're making Hitman.
Sure, but that trailer didn't display Hitman. That trailer displayed Uncharted.
It just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough of the gameplay. I think you're going to be.
That trailer was shooty, driving shit. You know, that trailer was not Hitman at all, and that's what I thought this was going to be. So I don't know. It's a little weird. We do need. I'll tell you what we'll see more. There's an IO showcase or whatever in tomorrow.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So I'm assuming we'll get more there. Maybe we get a big deep dive into gameplay. And yeah, I do want to know, like, is this Hitman or is this Uncharted?
It's going to be very gadget focused.
What are you going for here?
Like
are you trying to combine both? You know, it's I don't know. And it's very story heavy, right? Like, I mean, tons of cutscenes are going to be in this. Like, this is basically a new James Bond, and you're gonna get like a James Bond movie inside of this type thing. So,
for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. I mean,
different locales. You're probably planet hopping, kind of like James does.
Oh yeah,
you know,
yeah. I like that. It's like an origin story, a very young James Bond. That's cool. I don't like the look of this guy. Like, he doesn't look James Bond to me. If I'm being honest.
I have to kind of wait for the game. Maybe.
Yeah, I probably won't. I won't give a fuck when I'm actually playing the game. But
maybe I'll like him better.
The initial reveal, you know, because it was kind of a big lead up that you saw the behind image, and then it turned to his face, and it was like, oh. Okay. Like I thought it was gonna be someone cool, you know. But Sim said this guy plays Dexter Morgan in the fucking weird Dexter spinoff show. Yeah, the young Dexter show. I haven't watched that. But I should probably watch that at some point. But yeah, I don't know. His face didn't scream James Bond to me. I guess he's Irish though, so
I got to give him a chance though. Like I want to see more of him in the game. Maybe
I need more cutscenes. I need to see
now.
Him actually talking. You didn't really get that much of that in the trailer and all that. So yeah, I'm very curious to see where this game goes. I like that it's like not a movie tie-in James Bond game type thing. This is like an origin story, brand new James Bond. That's fucking cool. So yeah, I just need to see that. I need to see if this is an action game or a stealth game or a bit of both.
I mean, you're going to be able to play it just kind of how Hitman is. You're going to be able to play it how you want to play it.
See,
Whether
but
like
you're
gonna
pitching
like
it
the
as
shooting-
like this is Hitman with
It
a
is.
James Bond skin, but that trailer did not display Hitman with a James Bond skin at all.
I'm just trying to like set your expectation.
Yeah, but like, how do you
You're
know
gonna be
that?
able to shoot because I've played all their hit. Like they're not. You're gonna be able to go out there and gun things down, but like whether you like how that feels or not, I think that's gonna be on whether you like how Hitman feels to shoot. But I mean, it's gonna be improved. I feel like the gunplay will probably feel better than Hitman 3, but like I think they're gonna want you to kind of experiment and kind of play how you want to play with the different gadgets or whatever. He James Bond always has fun things. You're gonna have like a pen that'll shoot someone or something, or like whatever, a little mine you could put down, whatever. You're gonna have fun gadgets like James Bond does in all the movies and stuff. So like it's not just gonna be he gets his pistol and you're gonna just stealthily shoot people. You're probably gonna be hacking a lot and that kind of stuff. Then you get the big set pieces, or you get to drive or skydive or something into water or whatever.
There's always got to
That's
be a
where you-
lot of that shit, right? Like I
Yeah.
need car chases. There was that part
Yeah.
where he was like chasing a guy on like a
Mhm.
rooftop setting.
That
Any
makes
things like
sense.
that.
James Bond.
Definitely just
That's
need to see more.
like Casino Royale, the parkour, big old parkour section,
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah, you're gonna get crazy set pieces like that. I trust IO for that. Like,
Give me the car that goes on the water. I think at some point
dude,
that'd be fun.
they gotta give him the Aston Martin, the silver Aston Martin.
What was that?
But I guess he's got to
that car?
build up to it. That classic James Bond car,
Okay,
that silver classic Aston Martin.
I'm not super familiar with Bond, but
I mean, you've
the
seen the Daniel Craig ones.
movie. Maybe I'm just not super familiar with cars.
That classic silver car that he has.
Was it the one in
in-
Quantum of Solace? That's the only car coming to mind.
Yeah, and then he gets it in Skyfall towards the end.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
that was the one
it's
like in the
destroyed.
garage. Yeah.
Yes,
Like that.
yes.
Okay.
That's like
Gotcha.
the classic James Bond car.
Cool. Well, yeah, sounds awesome. And we will
I'm
probably be
excited.
getting more tomorrow with
Yeah,
this
I
IO
completely
thing.
forgot about that IO showcase. Yeah.
Next then, oh, real quick, they announced that there's a Ghost of Yotei State of Play happening sometime in July. So we'll get
makes
more of
sense.
that. Get a big gameplay deep dive there. I think that game has a date of October something, 2nd, I think.
Yeah,
Early October.
yeah. Which
And
makes sense. They did that with the first Ghost of Tsushima, so
Oh, yeah.
makes sense.
yeah, obviously they're gonna do one for that, right? So
Yeah.
I guess it's not. Yeah, I was thinking that's kind of far out, but I guess it's not really that far out, right? I guess it's 3 months. So
No.
yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay, and then the last game we got was Marvel Token. Is it Toku or Token?
I would say Token. That's
Token.
what I would say.
Marvel Token Fighting Souls. It's a brand new Marvel game being published by PlayStation and developed by Arc System Works.
Mhm.
Coming out sometime in 2026. Daniel, what did you think of this one? Very surprising, I thought.
Game looks incredible. Off the jump though, I want to say that's just a terrible like name. Even the whole thing's terrible. Like I think maybe you could have just got away with like Marvel and like that be it, and like that's kind of a weird word, but whatever. I'd be fine with that. But then you add the fighting soul. The whole thing's terrible. It's a terrible video game. It's just awful. It's just bad. That's a bad video game name.
Yeah, no, it is.
But the
it is
game
terrible.
looks great. The game looks so good. Like every Arc System Works game looks this level. Like Guilty Gear Strive, Dragon Ball Fighters. Like they all look so good. And then bringing that to Marvel, oh my god. I was surprised to see that this is going to be a 4v4 and not like a 2v2 or a 3v3. I think they wanted to take that as like a challenge to themselves to like, can they make a fun 4v4 or 4 characters versus 4 characters fighting game? Because that's not really been done. I think that's really ambitious.
It'd be so chaotic.
Yeah.
Like that's so much going on at once.
Like, it's already a lot with the MVC stuff when you get just 3 people.
Right.
That's a lot. Like just doing the different like special attacks where you can like whatever Frank West running with his cart hitting people and then like beams shooting everywhere. Like that's already. What are you going to be able to do with 4 people? That sounds crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds nuts. Sounds like a tough game to make when you're making 4v4 here. So I don't know. Hopefully they're up to snuff here, and they certainly have made good fighting games in the past, right? With Guilty Gear Strive, I know people love, and I loved Dragon Ball Fighters. So
Fighters is awesome.
yeah, Fighters was fucking rad. So yeah, I'm stoked to see this, man. I love the character designs. It is so they look so fucking cool. This is the coolest Marvel
So
characters
unique,
ever fucking
yeah.
looked. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Spider-Man
Dude.
looks insane.
Insane.
Spider-Man
Dude.
looks
I love the way Iron Man looked. He looked like a fucking
Yeah.
transformer with this shit on, like that weird helmet, and then like the spikes coming out. It's like that looks fucking rad.
Storm looked really cool.
Storm, they look really cool. Is that out? So what did we get? We got 8 characters, right? So we got
It was Ghost Rider, Storm,
Iron Man, Cap.
Star-Lord, Iron Man and Cap. That's 5.
Spider-Man, Miss Marvel.
6. Miss Marvel
Yeah.
is 7.
What were the other ones? I can't remember.
Did I say Ghost Rider already?
Yeah, you said Ghost Rider. Is Thor in there? I don't think Thor was in there.
No, there was someone else because they did the 4.
Oh, Doctor Doom.
Oh, it was Doom. That's right.
Doom,
They're cool. Like that better be what like the splash screen is before you go into a fight. You know, there's always a cool like everyone showing off.
Like when
they do the
Doom came in.
Face. No, the face. Do you remember the face shot where it was like?
I don't remember this.
So they did like the verses, and then it was like flashing the 4 different people on each side. It looked very cool. You'd have to go back and watch the trailer again. Very excited for this game. This game looks awesome, especially because we don't have Marvel vs. Capcom right now. Like I want to see the 5th game in that franchise, especially with how disappointing Infinite was.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't see. Would Marvel make let a Marvel vs. Capcom game happen right now too with this? I feel like you'd be competing against each other then, you know?
I mean, it's gonna feel different, but I guess it would be competing.
Like, I don't think with this coming out that we're getting a Marvel vs. Capcom game anytime soon.
Yeah, it sucks because that's a franchise I love, you know?
Yeah. I think this is very smart from PlayStation. These are the type of deals they need to be making especially with how much they mismanaged their own first party teams this gen. This is very smart on their end. Like, you want to talk about a live service multiplayer game that could actually work? Here fucking is. Like,
game?
Right, yeah. The only thing that would hold me back here is that it's Marvel, and that we know the licensing fees are fucking huge on these things. So it's not like a huge win for them, but I do think this is a very good step in the right direction for PlayStation and their multiplayer efforts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially with them owning Evo now, you know, like this is gonna be huge there. You know, granted it's gotta be good, like the game's gotta come out and be good and get a fan base and all that, but
I haven't because I'm just not really as online anymore, but I haven't really seen a lot of talk about like, is this an exclusive? It wouldn't be
it's on
smart
PlayStation 5 and PC.
Okay, that's the only thing I talked about. There's no Switch version or X.
No. There, no. There's not for now.
I think that they would be smart to put it everywhere. At least Switch.
Yeah,
like
Switch.
Why would you not?
You might get one on Switch.
Especially for the Switch too.
There's not a chance in hell you're getting an Xbox One, but you might get one on Switch at some point.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like they should just put it on Switch too. I don't see why you wouldn't. You know, like get it everywhere. It's a fighting game. You want more people playing that game.
For sure. I mean, it's the same thing, right? Like PlayStation wants to sell consoles. You know, so does this do that? I don't know, but I mean, that's why.
I guess, yeah. That might be the only real reason, but who knows?
Who knows, indeed. Yeah, I thought the game looked awesome, though, man. I am very much looking forward to this. I hope there's a good single player thing. You know, it's Dragon Ball Fighters had a good single player thing. You know, and I hope it's kind of in line with that. I don't know if that Guilty Gear Strive game had a good single player thing.
It was mostly just watching a movie.
Okay. I'm into that too, honestly. Like a movie with fights in between. Like I want something single player that way I can then get into the multiplayer afterwards.
Because Mortal Kombat's the front runner in that. They have been for a long time.
Yeah. And you can really make this a good live service thing. Like you can do the same thing Marvel Rivals is doing with the character reveals and all that.
I just hope that
having people anticipate a new character coming out.
Like,
lacking when it first launches.
Yeah. Like have a good roster to start.
Especially when it's 4v4, right? Like you're gonna need a lot of characters now, right? Like what do you think a good amount would be? Like, I don't know, 36? Something like that? Is that good? You know, I'm trying to think of numbers with 4,
that
right?
feels like a lot.
That feels like too much. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking like
But
24.
like you're gonna want. I guess you would have so many different variations of themes if
Yeah,
you have
I was
24
thinking like
too.
24.
Yeah.
Would be I think a solid number to like. Can we get that?
Can we get
I
there?
mean,
Yeah.
I hope it's not like. I mean, I still think you can maybe get away with 16, but that might be as low as you.
That sounds too low to me. You know,
Yeah,
like that doesn't sound like enough. But
unless these characters have kind of how they did with Mortal Kombat, was it 10, where you had like the different stances. So each
mm,
character has like 3 different versions of themselves, you know? So like Spidey could be like the black suit Spider-Man plays different than his normal suit does, and then something else, you know. Unless they do something like that, you can get away with characters because there's a lot of variation there. But yeah. Hopefully the roster's good. There's a lot of
yeah,
characters
it's
they
gonna
can
be
choose.
difficult, dude. Because like a lot of these, you're gonna have to learn 4 characters at the very least. You know, like if you're like a
Yeah.
hardcore fighting game guy and you're gonna get like hardcore into this, you're gonna have to learn 4 characters, and I know that's a lot for
It is asking a
these
lot.
games. Yeah,
That's why I
that's
said
asking
this
a
is an
lot.
ambitious game
Yeah.
doing a 4v4.
Very cool, man. It's exciting. Like I'm very excited
It
for this
is.
one. It's cool to have like a new fighting game coming up and a new Marvel fighting game coming up and look this
I mean,
good.
it hasn't been since Infinite, and Infinite, or is it Infinity? Or am I just using like Halo Infinite? Was it Infinity?
I was thinking Avengers Infinity War.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. The 4th Marvel vs. Capcom game. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Infinite.
Like
I
that one
think
was
of
what,
it, Infinite.
2017, 20
Like
somewhere
that.
around there.
Yeah. Yeah, around there.
It was a while. We haven't
Yeah.
had like a Marvel fighting game in a while. So
Yeah. I saw somewhere Capcom teams up with DC now. Do DC versus Capcom.
yo,
That'd be funny, right?
that'd
Hey,
be
I'll tell you
awesome.
what though, I'd play the shit out of that. That sounds
Yeah,
fun.
you would.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That
that
sounds
sounds
fucking cool.
awesome.
They should do that.
As much as
Honestly,
I would prefer the Marvel one. Like, yeah.
I would have bought a DC one at all. Yeah, that'd be very fun. All right. Well, there you go. That was the PlayStation State of Play for summer 2025. We can get into some other news stories real quick. Like we said, IO Interactive is having a showcase on Friday. For some reason, they're also showing off Mind's Eye, which is very weird.
They're publishing it.
Are they really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there
Yeah,
you
I
go.
thought that was weird. So
Yeah.
when is this? Is this after Keeley?
This is tomorrow. Hang on, let me click in here and see if they get a time.
Yeah. Well, like Keeley is what, at 5 o'clock?
I think he goes like, yeah, it might be 5 year time, something like that.
Yeah. So
Was
I
this
wonder
6
if this is
p.m.
before
PDT time? I don't know what PDT time is. That
Pacific
So,
time.
oh, so that's late. That's like, I think that's like 9
So,
o'clock my
yeah,
time,
so it's
10 o'clock
after
your time.
Keeley.
So yeah, very
Yeah.
late. But yeah, they'll be showing off something more of Hitman. So I don't know if that's like getting
Yeah.
DLC or just small updates or something like that. Obviously, 007 First Light and then Mind's Eye as well. Which Mind's Eye comes out tomorrow, I think.
It comes out soon. Is it tomorrow?
I think it's
Is it really?
tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's June 6th. So
Weird.
yeah, I guess more of a launch trailer type thing for that.
What an interesting game.
Yeah,
Can't wait to see what
I like the
comes
director
back.
online. he's kicking himself here. You're shooting yourself in the foot. This one, buddy.
He's an idiot.
Yeah.
People being paid to say bad things about it. I feel like we've been doing that in the industry.
Yeah,
for
it's
so
like
long.
okay,
People
yeah, but
claiming
I'm
that.
sure Rockstar really gives a fuck about Mind's Eye, man. You know,
Yo, GTA is gonna sell 1,000 times higher than your game will ever sell, if not more.
Well, it's like, buddy, all you made was like a GTA ripoff here too. You know, like that game looks exactly like PS3 GTA 5. Honestly, like it's just like all right, cool. I don't even know if it's like open world like that, but the shooting and the running looked exactly right. That was in the Rockstar style, which granted he worked
he's
there,
a Rockstar
so.
guy.
Yeah.
Leslie Benzies.
Next news story: Stig Asmussen and his new studio Giant Skull is teaming up with Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast to develop a new single-player action-adventure Dungeons and Dragon game. Daniel, little news story there.
Yeah, I'm glad you put this in here. I forgot to put it in here. I did see it. We've been talking about Stig not working on the new Jedi game, which sucks. We both really big fans of that game, or both those games. And Stig was a huge part of that. And like we're still gonna have to see what happens with the Jedi stuff. But it's cool to have him doing a D&D game. Like I wonder what that is. So they said just action game. That's all they kind of said.
Yeah, single player action adventure. All we got for
Okay.
now. So
Mm.
I would assume third person. I would assume it looks a lot like the Jedi games, and he also made God of War
Maybe
3.
class based.
Yeah.
wonder.
I mean, all he's really made is third person action adventure games. So I would imagine
Yeah.
it's in that realm. I would
Yeah, I'm
hope it's not
curious if you
class.
get to-
I guess it would
I'm
be in Dungeons and Dragons.
Where you get to like pick.
I don't know
it'd be
what
cool
I
if, like,
want from that. What I like about his games more so is like I know Jedi has the skill tree and all that, but it's just like I just want. I'm sick of skill trees, man. Like just give me the fucking game,
I
you
feel
know?
you.
Yeah,
I feel you.
on a lot of things. Like I just want, you know, I almost want to go back to Uncharted. To, like give me just good 12-hour
experience,
experiences that like don't have skill
I'm with you.
trees and upgrades and all that shit. You know, it's But yeah, I don't know. I'm getting way off track here. But yeah, this is
I
very
would
cool.
assume it'd be class based. Like you get a mage, like a warrior, a rogue, and like a tankier, like paladin or something, and like that's kind of you get to choose. I would assume they would give you a lot of options, but who knows? Maybe they're gonna just tell a story in like a D&D world, you know. And be a
Hasbro's
little bit
and
more
Wizards of the
specific.
Coast getting very big into games. You know, it's I mean, they
Yeah.
published
Well, they were
Baldur's Gate 3,
struggling.
right?
Well, it's their IP.
It's their
Yeah.
IP. Okay, yeah. So they were
They were
around there.
Hasbro was struggling.
Yeah, and then
So
I
they
know
were, like,
Wizards of the
starting to,
Coast
like-
is publishing that that Exodus game coming out from a lot of the Mass Effect guys. That's coming out next year.
Oh, right. I
Uh,
forgot about that game.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that one. So, and then have this on top of it. That's very cool too.
Yeah. I hopefully we see something soonish.
Only a couple years though. You know, like Stig
Yeah,
left after Survivor, so I think we're still probably pretty far out from this.
For sure. I'm just curious. Like I like my D&D stuff, so.
Yeah. And then last news story, real quick. I just wanted to mention it. The Unreal 5 tech
Oh,
demo
yeah.
thing of Witcher 4, but not Witcher 4 happened. Daniel, what did you think of not Witcher 4?
It looks great. I'm excited for Witcher 4. I feel like they needed to say more that it isn't actual Witcher 4. Like, I feel like this is something that could come back to bite them just for like how dumb gamers are. So I feel like this is going to be a bad look. Sadly, that they didn't like plaster it or have like not Witcher 4, not actual Witcher 4 footage like baked on there, you know.
Mm.
But I think it looks great. I'm very excited for that game. Still probably 2 years out at least. At the earliest, I'd say 2027. Start looking to see that game more. Probably not next year.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I don't know. 2027, 2028, one of those years it'll
Yeah.
be around there, if I had to guess. Might even end up being a cross-gen game for all we know.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it looked beautiful. I mean, they say it's running on a base PS5 and running at 60 frames. I guess that makes sense, especially if it's just a slice, right? Like it's not like the whole giant open world was there beyond those mountains and all that shit, right? So yeah, I guess that makes sense. I wonder if they'll be able to hit that at that time. I doubt it. You know, but maybe, I don't know. It's but I think it's cool that Unreal Epic is teaming up with CD Projekt, and they're kind of making things for the future of open world games and that are running on Unreal, at least, right? It's like they're making things to go into Unreal Engine that other developers will be able to use. So that's cool.
But that makes sense to like CD Projekt's like that makes sense to like how they are as developers, because they did their own engine for just the Red engine, and then them dipping their toes and having to do a new engine. That just makes sense. It's very similar to like, I guess it's them and the Coalition. Like those two are like making everything for everyone else.
Right.
In Unreal.
Yeah.
Which it's, you know, good that someone's out there helping other devs have an easier time making games.
Yeah. And it's always nice to hear that they're working so close with Epic, because then it will hopefully run as good as possible at that time, you know.
Because I know that there are devs out there that are having a hard time with Unreal Engine 5.
Oh yeah. I mean, dude, you hear about that the Unreal 5 stutter all the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that's popping up on every Unreal Engine 5 game. We're getting so many of them now that people are noticing more and more that there are problems with this. But hopefully they can iron that stuff out with updates and stuff like that. It's just weird because it feels like they move on to the next one very quickly, you know. Like I feel like Unreal Engine 6 will be here before we know
Unreal
it, right?
Engine 3 lasted forever.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's still some games coming out on Unreal Engine 4 and whatnot, but
I think
the
I think
5's
what
here, and
happens
it's just like,
is that their tails are just forever.
yeah,
They last for a long time, and then you get like a new.
yeah, and then people start
The
developing in the
AAA
next
is
one.
using the new one,
Yeah,
and then other people are maybe still continuing with like 4 or 5 or whatever.
yeah.
By the time you get 6 and stuff like that.
Look beautiful though, man. Like that mountain landscape, that looked fucking awesome. Very colorful.
I mean, the horse
All the
tech.
stuff going on with NPCs. Yeah, good old horse muscles. That's what you want to see. Where were the horse balls? That's what I wanted.
That's what we
should
were
have
all
got
saying.
into the
Where were the
testicles.
balls?
Yeah, where were they? I wanted to deep dive into those testes. Yeah,
Wanna
look
go balls
beautiful.
deep.
I can't wait to see what this game actually ends up being. It's like, hopefully this is just like the bones of what this game's gonna actually end up being, and like we are kind of seeing a good snippet of like, you know, like I doubt we're gonna be able to like explore the area we just saw. You know, I'd imagine all that assets will be there.
mean,
and maybe that'll actually end up being in the real game, but
yeah, who knows?
I don't know. Exciting times. I'm excited to see whatever the hell they do next, and it makes me excited for Cyberpunk 2 as well.
Yeah.
CD Projekt is developing that with Cyberpunk in mind as well. With all the stuff they're working on over there. Yeah. All right, Daniel. That will do it for the news of the week. We can go over what we've been playing real quick.
Yeah, I haven't really been playing too much. I did beat Doom
me
Eternal.
neither. Good. Okay.
I beat Doom Eternal.
Dark Ages.
I'm sorry, I said it twice.
You did beat Doom Eternal though too, so that's that's very true. It's very true. You did do that. Yeah.
I did do that. You're right.
I beat Sonic the Hedgehog 2 about 20 years ago now, so
yo
25 maybe, I don't know.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
I did beat Doom the Dark Ages. Great game. Definitely the weakest of the 3, but great game. They definitely leave it kind of open, and I assume that's going to be for like some DLC. I know that there's going to be a DLC. I won't say too much. It's not like fully open because they do complete the story. There's a complete story here, but they kind of hint at something else. That I'm sure is going to be DLC because they don't really hint. But who knows? Yeah, I really enjoyed the game. Great game.
Cool. I have not beaten it yet. I think I'm on like 17, 18, something like that mission. I'll get through it this weekend. I had a busy week. Work's kicking my ass this week. So yeah, I haven't been playing too much. Kind of just taking it easy right now, waiting for a lot of stuff coming out.
This whole week.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out and later this month and stuff like that. And I didn't get Switch, so yeah, I would be playing that, but did not get one. So whatever. I know the Alters comes out next week. Very excited for that.
Yeah, you got the Alters, Death Stranding. I know
you're Death Stranding. Very excited for Death Stranding. That's at the end of the month. So yeah, looking forward to that. And then yeah, man, I really don't know. I really don't know when I'm gonna get a Switch because it's just like, man, there's so much other shit to play too. Where it's just like I kind of don't even need one this year. You know,
I want to play Mario Kart and Donkey Kong.
I do, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna get FOMO when Donkey Kong comes out for sure. Like that's gonna be when I'm like, fuck, I wish I had one of these. That's for me at least. That's gonna be the one where I'm just like, god damn it, wish I was playing that. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see when I end up getting one. Yeah, play the Alters next week. I think that's the next week, Friday. So yeah, I don't know really what I'm gonna do in the meantime. I guess I'm definitely gonna beat Dark Ages. Yeah, probably just finish that, and that'll be about it. Okay, cool. That'll do it for the Nerd Gods Podcast, episode 278. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/NerdicGods. You can also find us available on all audio platforms. Daniel, anything else you want to
say? Hopefully Key 3 is a good show.
Yeah, it'd be all right. We'll be like, meh. Xbox will be good, though.
Xbox will be good.
All right, cool. See you next week, people. Bye-bye.